నా తీసుకో హాట్స్పాట్ తీసుకో. పాస్వర్డ్
లైన్ 7 లైన్ 7 5 to 8 లైన్ 8. Five to 7 line 7.
हेलो समीरन जी.
Yes, yes.
मॉर्निंग सर.
Yes, Phil. Morning.
गुड मॉर्निंग. ఓపెన్ అయిందా?
Hello.
Hello.
Dr. Samiran sir.
Yes.
Sir, this is Professor Pawan Kade. Yesterday we had a talk regarding that
Yes,
attendance
yes.
somehow. So
Sir, actually, the problem is you are joined not with your name. You are joined something admin at the rate SSM something. That's why is that the problem, sir?
sir, actually, if I see the things in that attendance list, means all the participants which are there. So there it is mentioned Pawan Kade. So I don't know how to rename
Yes,
that name
yes.
or something like that.
But you are saying the message, that message are come F_3121101
Okay. So actually, it has taken my ID and not my name. So somehow I need to rename that maybe on by using PC, because I am actually accessing this program on mobile. So somehow I failed to do that. So could you please take a note of it, sir? Somehow I have already participated this. So
Yes,
sir,
your attendance there. Yesterday also your
s-
attendance is there. I don't know, no,
sir.
this one is you.
Okay. Sir, I would like to give you one suggestion, sir. Can I?
Yes, you can give.
Sir, yesterday, actually, whatever the talk which was delivered by that sir, what happened? Maybe from the participant side, some of the participants have muted him. So there are certain settings are there in the. Hey, like, Jinaga. Sorry for this, sir. Sorry for this, sir. Actually, my child is very much fond of this mobile. So what I would like to say, if you go into the calendar where you have scheduled the meeting, so there is meeting option is available. If you click over there, then suddenly it will redirect you to the page where the last option is only me. So if you select that meeting option only me, who can access only me, then nobody is going to mute the organizer. So that is quite possible, and nobody's even recorded the session.
No, recording is done by me only.
But some of the participants have muted the organizer. That yesterday problem sir has faced. So
Hello,
might
whether I am
be
audible?
if you're doing any setting.
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Samiran
sir,
sir, myself
sir.
audible? Sir,
Yes,
Professor Kade
audible,
sir.
sir.
Hello, Professor Kade sir. Hello, is it audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
No. Yeah, I am audible. We are the organizers. We are scheduling meeting from here, but the person who is giving talk, or yesterday Professor Anjanelu gave the talk, he has delivered from NIT. We are just scheduling meeting from here. That's why what we are doing, we are means if any noise is coming, we are muting the all participants. And then those who is giving the talk, he will unlock, that is unmute his audio system.
Okay.
Hello, understand? Getting
Yes,
or
sir.
not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm getting.
Yes, sir. You are calling from where? You are from where?
Maharashtra, sir. Maharashtra.
Yeah, Maharashtra.
Buldhana
From where?
district. Yes, Buldhana district, Shegaon.
Shegaon. Okay. Which college, sir?
SSGMC Shegaon, sir.
SSGMC. Okay. Sant Gadge Baba.
Yes, sir. Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University.
Myself Vijay Urkode, HOD of his.
Yes.
Okay, sir. I think whatever your doubt was there, I think is it clear?
Yes. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Please, while means you make the arrangement such that whenever you are joining, see that you change your ID to your name. So it will become easier for us to track the attendance.
Okay, sir. I will do that on tomorrow because I have just joined the meeting on my mobile, and actually right now I don't have PC with me. So probably on tomorrow I will do that.
Okay. No issue.
Thank you, sir.
But
Thank
try
you.
to do it at least tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Professor Ravikumar, sir. Hello. Hello. Sir, muted, sir.
Is my voice audible now?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Just we want to share that the screen, and after that again you share that.
Sure, sir. We will
Okay, for your small introduction, then I will close that screen share, sir.
Okay.
Usha madam,
This is
Usha madam,
I am ready, sir.
start madam.
Okay, sir. Good morning, Speaker Professor A. Ravi Kumar, sir, all participants, and my dear faculty friends. On behalf of Vignan Institute of Management and Technology for Women, we welcome you all for the third day of the Faculty Development Program on microstrip patch antennas. I am Usha Rani, working as an assistant professor in ECE department. It's my great pleasure and honor to introduce today's speaker, Professor A. Ravi Kumar, sir, Technical Director of AP Antenna Products, Hyderabad. He has 36 years of experience, which include our research and development, teaching, and industrial experience. He started his career as a scientist at ISRO, Ahmedabad in 1983 and worked for the development of spaceborne radar for Earth observation. He also worked as Patex International Limited, Abu Dhabi, UAE. He also worked as a professor and head of the Department of head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering in several colleges like CMR, MGIT, and TRR. He has been the immediate chairman of IETE Hyderabad Center. He has 30 plus projects accomplished from several clients like ECIL, Bulk Electronics, JPSS Technologies Cochin, Department of Applied Electronics Gulbarga, SK Antenna Systems, etc. He was also associated with 3 research and development DRDO sponsored projects. He had published 8 research papers in national conferences. He had organized several workshops, national and zonal seminars through ISTE, IETE, and Institute of Engineering, Electronics Engineering, India. He also organized a short-time course in DRDO. He is the life member of professional societies like IETE, IE, BMESI, Biomedical Engineering Society, India Limited. India. He participated in national level exhibitions conducted by Indian Railways. He participated in 30 plus conferences and workshops. He held several positions in professional societies, namely Chairman of IETE Hyderabad Center, Honorary Treasurer of IETE Hyderabad, Honorary Secretary of IETE Vijayawada, co-opted member of Board of Research, etc. His achievements have been recognized by different awards, including Best Paper Award by Institution of Engineers, India, Hyderabad. It's impossible to mention all his accomplishments as there are a lot. Now, I request Professor A. Ravi Kumar sir to take over the session. Welcome, sir.
Welcome,
among you today, students, simply stating in this
It's not audible.
is it audible? Is my voice audible, ma'am?
Now it's okay, sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Now it is audible.
Now it's audible.
So, the past 2 days I am attending FDP organized by your college and lead by Samiran and today. So,
Thank you.
to participate among the other speakers. The topic today what I have chosen is something easy to quite before I share the screen, I would like to I would like to explain this particular chapter is nothing like where we test the answer. It is nothing but a test, not test facility. Fine. Better I show I share the screen now.
Sir, voice is not audible, sir.
Yeah. There is some. My microphone is getting muted in between on and off by someone who is controlling the webinar. I think you have. This is Microsoft Site chapter. We have bank. Facility. Research. Before I speak about this, I would like to share experience friends training today. Some channel
Voice is not clear, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Your voice is not audible, sir. It's not clear. A lot of noise is coming from the background side.
And you have to get thinking all.
Sir, if you have headphone with you, that probably the better way to talk, because maybe it might not have that sort of noise.
Yeah. Now I think it is better. I am getting the headphones. I will continue. I am getting the headphones. Will see. So these mechanics are installed in Bharat Electronics Limited brand RCI Hyderabad. Some other organizations. I'll like to first just explain before I talk about the Netflix chamber. My experience with microwave. My voice audible to all?
No, sir. No, sir. Voice is not audible, sir.
1 second. I'll get the headphones. I'll try.
Yeah.
You also monitor through some. Yeah, just a minute. I'm getting it. Some earphones are there. Just go. Hello? Hello?
Ah, sir.
Is it okay now? Is it better?
No, now it's better. Yeah, yes, sir.
Right. I think I can proceed with my lecture.
Yeah.
But still, anyway, fine. So please tell me in between if there is any noise problem or audio problem. I would change the mode. And so I would like to share my experience to express how I have come to this activity. When I was a student back in 1979 in engineering college at Vijayawada Siddhartha, we were working with senior professors who are interested in microwave engineering. They are from IIT Kharagpur. Fortunately, we got a student project from ECIL to develop microwave observers for the LOS links. So we never know what is a microwave and what is an observer. And at that time, we started interacting with the Emerson and Cumming, a pioneer in Belgium in microwave observing material. They started working in 1950s and developed microwave observing material for defense purposes. So we started learning from them what are these microwave observers, and we developed some coir based microwave observers. Coir is nothing but what we use it in foot mats. Every one of us, we have those foot mats at home made by Kerala Coir Board or some coir manufacturers. We went to a coir manufacturing unit and we took some slab, something like 2 by 2 feet with 3 inches or 2.5 inches width. And we started doping material, observing material. Mainly microwaves are observed by graphite, coal. And some bonding material is required to impinge this material into the coir slabs. So we started working in that, and we could substitute a material sent by Emerson and Cumming from Belgium, and this particular indigenous product was accepted by ECIL back in 80s, early 80s, and we started selling this micro observers to ECIL, and the orders were something like 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, and it also 40 lakhs at one instant. And what I am trying to tell is, students are supposed to, are expected to work in tandem with industry when they are studying and start looking into products, develop them indigenously and try to substitute imported materials. This is only one thing I would like to say. This is a time and need of the hour. We have to again prove that we can create facilities, products, world-class products, substitutes to what are all we are importing so far. So with this message, I would like to go with the topic, and I welcome students who are interested in microengineering products to work for BEL or ECIL or Mazgaon Dock Limited, Bombay, for their warships, and so many companies like Airtel, other manufacturers of antennas. We have established so many labs, and I welcome students to come forward to work, and I can help them in creating some product and motivate them to get links from the industry. Fine. We'll go to the first slide. Is my voice audible, sir? Samiranji?
Yeah, yes, sir. Audible.
Thank you. Fine. This is the antenna test facility anechoic chamber, and it has so many shapes. That's why I called it novel. It is a rectangular chamber, it is a tapered anechoic chamber, dome type anechoic chamber, and different shapes depending upon the purpose. Next slide. And to start with, testing of antennas practically is fundamental to any antenna design. Any antenna that we are developing ought to be placed on board a satellite, let us say, on board an aircraft, on board a bomber, on board ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, or radars for surveillance. Or of course, we are now connected very much indirectly with antennas because we are living on communication. Whether we feed our belly every day or not, in all situations or not, we are very much fond and dependent on communication. Without antennas, no communication is possible. Our mobile phones, without antenna, it is not usable. So these antennas are designed for a purpose. Let us say one antenna on board a satellite is focusing its power, radiating its power on Earth, and particularly Indian satellites need to illuminate the land portion of India and not the sea portion in other three directions, south, east and west, and it should have a contour shaped in such a way that the information do not pass to other neighboring countries from Pakistan, China, Bhutan, Nepal, Myanmar and other countries. So this particular antenna, when it is designed to work for a stringent purpose, need to be tested. So this is one particular area where anechoic chambers are a must. We all know that the antennas have got standard fundamental parameters, that is radiation pattern, antenna gain, impedance, all these things. This is the fundamental setup where we have a source antenna, a standard source antenna like a horn antenna, a transmitter. Transmitter means we know the specifications of the frequency of the signal, power transmitted, and its 3 dB gain or beam width, side lobe level, front to back ratio, first null, second null, all these things. That's why we take a source antenna known to us. And test antenna, of course, we have designed one test antenna that is placed on a positioner, something like rotating stuff, equipment where we can rotate it to the known positions. It has to be rotated from all the directions, 360 degrees. We have to see the main lobe, side lobe, second side lobe, third side lobe, back lobe. So this positioner will be rotating this antenna in all the 360 degrees. And the receiver, of course, will give the power received, which is strength, like that. So next slide. So to test an antenna, first thing we need to check is we should have a place. Which place is suitable? Can we test the antenna in our car garage? We cannot test it. Can we test it in open ground? Because there will be so many reflections coming from objects around, cluster of objects around. So the particular main transmission of the known power cannot be assessed because of the reflections. So there will be wall, ceiling and other stray items around. Next. Ideal location for this is to have some space, Best location to test antennas are in space. Of course, even that is a contradiction. Even in space, we have electromagnetic fields. Electromagnetic fields are omnipresent. We cannot go a place where there is no electromagnetic energy. So we have to have a chamber for testing. I will tell that aspect again. So first we have to see free space range and reflection ranges. Reflection ranges are utilized in a particular way. First, coming to free space range means free space is a space away from Earth. We are creating that kind of environment in this anechoic chambers. Anechoic chambers is nothing but there will not be any echo. It is not an acronym or a name given to these chambers. By the property of the chamber, it is given, it is called as anechoic. Echo and echo. All the echoes are arrested there. There will not be any echoes coming back from this. That is called anechoic chamber. So they are indoor test facilities having all the four walls, ceiling and floor. How we arrest this observe this electromagnetic energy is due by the use of microwave observers. There's some noise. Now it is clear. Fine. So this anechoic chamber is with observers covered in all places. And next slide, please. This is a typical photograph of one anechoic chamber. Yeah, this is the one. Here we see a transmitting antenna on the right hand side of the anechoic chamber nearer to us. That is nothing but a horn antenna seen on the pedestal. And opposite side you are finding one pole kind of thing, white in color, on which we will be placing the antenna under test. You see this chamber, typically it is with so many pyramidal shape observers. These pyramidal shape observers are designed for specific purpose. What is the importance of pyramidal observer? Why not it have some other kind of shape? We will discuss it in the course to come. Next one is, of course, anechoic chambers do have some drawbacks. As per the formula, we have got a formula that is 2d square by lambda. That is very stringent, and only with that we will be able to visualize what should be the size of the antenna. The size of the antenna and the size of the anechoic chamber have got wonderful relation. If we have to test low frequency antennas, obviously we all know that low frequency antennas are big in size because of higher lambda. If I have to take something like 10 lambda of 100 megahertz antenna, it will be in meters. Of course, we will come to this. Hence, it is desirable to have chambers. Large number of size is required. Disadvantage is that low frequency antennas we cannot test it because we need to have a big chamber. size. That is expensive. And as I told, radar cross-section area of some airplanes, if we have to test, it will be a size of basketball court, which is practically. And of course, universities, IIT Kharagpur and COSET, Cochin University. At Cochin, we have established in 81 chamber, and we refurbished it, and still the research is going on, and there is a strong microwave team. People, researchers who are here in this 126 audience today might be connected to COSET in Cochin, and there's a temple of microwave engineering. And of course, Kharagpur is very strong base for microwave engineering. So I have said that earlier there are some outdoor test facilities when there were no indoor test facilities like anechoic chambers back in 1950. These antennas are taken to some marshlands, open lands. For tens of kilometers, there is nothing like that. And we have to keep these antennas under test, something like far away from each other. And still there is a reflection from the ground. Ground we cannot leave. We cannot play without ground. So this is elevated range, of course, is only example I am giving. Next is as I said, these antennas can be tested only in the far field because you should have a plane wave. Plane wave, you know, spherical wave, you know, I think. So plane wave, you see the first diagram there. Source antenna. 1 second, please. Echo వస్తుంది ఇది ఎందుకు ఆన్ లో ఉందా? Sorry for the disturbance. Now, right, you see the first diagram in pink color. The source antenna have got spherical wave fronts leaving the antenna, and by the time it reaches some distance, they are plane waves. This is called far field. So since we have to test this antennas far field, of course, what are the constraints? Why can't we test in near field? There is a good question, and it has got facilities for that also. I will come to the far field test facility, near field test facility. So this is a far field test facility where we look for a plane wave. Please, next. So what is this anechoic chamber design? See, in this particular lecture, I promise you, I am not going to trouble the viewers with all the formulae or concept of Maxwell's equations, Faraday's laws, and all that. It's not that I don't regard them. They are gods of electromagnetic engineering. This I would like to just introduce the audience that how these microwave chambers are and what they are, nothing more than that. So please excuse me if I am trying to cross your limits of tolerance. Nice. So basic design is something like very simple. We have to see what is the frequency of operation first. If it is 100 megahertz, I told you we need a football court size anechoic chamber. But of course, 1 gigahertz and above, 1 to 40 gigahertz, of course, which is practically now all communications are used nowadays. We can have a anechoic chamber, nearly 60 feet long, 40 feet height, and 40 feet width, which is practical. A football court size micro anechoic chamber is impracticable. So rules is, thumb rule is, of course, thumb rule is nothing but again standard thing: frequency of operation, size of the antenna, polarization, and simple those things. Thumb rule is only frequency and size, nothing more. F and lambda. And here I would like to spend more time on rectangular anechoic chambers. Why rectangular anechoic chambers is very simple. We have a length between this transmitter and receiver where we can get the spherical wavefront that started from the transmitting antenna. By the time it comes, it will be plane. That's simple. Next. And chamber, why we want to say chamber is the only option? Chamber is the only option because we cannot go to space. That's simple. And chamber will not have any other frequency signals entering into the chamber. In electromagnetic means, the electromagnetic field energy in the micro anechoic chamber is zero. I would like to give an analogy about this zero electromagnetic energy area with zero gravity. We all know what is zero gravity. Fine. Right. So measurements, we have to do it in the chamber where the other electromagnetic energies are not present. So micro chamber is only a place where we can have that environment, zero electromagnetic energy, and there is no echoes because of the side walls, ceiling and floor. All the echoes will be absorbed. Of course, the absorbing material is vital in design of a chamber. Next. I have come here with a slide that shows the diagram how the chamber is there, an exploded view. That is a platform where the test antenna is kept on the right hand side of the chamber, deep inside, on the back wall, near to the back wall. Near the front wall, there is one pedestal on which the standard horn antenna is placed. And of course, these are the absorbers surrounding, placed on the walls to take care of the echoes. And I told you far field illumination, near field measurements. Far field we know where it is plane wave, near field we know where spherical wave. And of course, for every chamber there are pros and cons. Every coin have two sides. And this is best opportunity, best alternative, best solution. Next, please. And this 2d square by lambda governs the range. Very simple. And approximations, after doing approximations, we can say R is equal to 10 lambda, the standard thumb rule we can take in designing the size of the anechoic chamber. And there is a graph given there that is going into meters. Equation explains that. Frequency versus size. Next. Frequency of operation is very simple. I have already mentioned low frequency, we need bigger chamber. You see the last bullet there, at 20 lambda antenna will have a distance of 800 lambda. And coming to the second bullet, 10 lambda, 200 lambda. So this is a tricky figure equation where we have to compromise on the design of the antenna. Next, please. So in this, I have given some typical values of microwave anechoic chamber. I don't want to go deep into this. Only one thing I would like to say: lower the frequency, bigger the size of the antenna, and bigger the size of the chamber also. That's all. That's I would like to say. How to find the chamber size? Frequency. Next slide. See, there's one other highlight in this particular topic is there will be a space inside the chamber called quiet zone. Quiet zone is a zone where the electromagnetic energy is absolute zero. Even in anechoic chambers, because of the reflections from all the four walls, 4 or 6 sides, there will be reflected ray, direct ray, constructive and destructive interference. All that happen in all the inch by inch space of the chamber. Let us say I am sitting in a conference hall now. This is the size of the chamber. There is a place, if we go back to the previous slide, I don't want to go back to the previous slide. If you see that antenna under test is placed in a location where the quiet zone is existing. Quiet zone will be of size something like 1.5 meter cube. Mathematics and all, let us not bother about it. And this quiet zone is that where antenna under test is placed. Next. Fine. This is also about the quiet zone. Next, please. Yeah, this particular radiation pattern measurement, we have placed one antenna, a transmitting antenna on the left hand side, and antenna under test, that is in the right hand side, and we are trying to rotate the transmitting, test the antenna under test, how it receives in the bore side direction. If we rotate this, how it receives, and totally the other sides. So the performance is the rotor, that is positioner, is one another equipment that is required in a anechoic chamber. These are all equipment based. Next. A key design item for anechoic chamber is also RF observers. I told you already. RF observers are nothing but HDPU based, high density polyurethane foam based absorbing material, where the absorbing chemicals, mainly graphite, some binding element, I have the formula, and in fact I must tell you, these observers, I will show you the photographs in the next few slides and tell you how the things are. And the typical RF observer should be a lossy material shaped in such a way that it takes care of the reflection, absorption, scattering of all the impinging microwave energy on it. An electrical thickness last bullet is the thickness of the observer. Why not we place simple slab? That is not going to work. It should have some height. This typical macro observers have got different heights, right from 6 inches pyramid, 8 inches pyramid, 12 inches and 24 inches, and sometimes we also go for 36 inches. So what is this height again is nothing but frequency dependent. Please, next. rectangular far field chambers. This is again, I don't want to go into deep into this. We know what is far field. That is good enough. Next slide. Next slide. Fine. I just would like to take a small deviation from the topic. This is the photograph of one INS Vikrant, a warship where the radars are placed on board. If you see on the top of the mast, there are some wings there where the radar are covered with radar observing material, and we have designed micro observing sheets to be placed around it to arrest reflections. This is one good opportunity where I have worked there for a Russian ship also, and I can tell you all these things when we personally interact in your college. I think we can take up some projects also. Next slide. So this anechoic chamber design, I already told you, all the four walls, ceiling and floor are covered. Geometry, XYZ is simple. We can go into that when we really would like to see about it. Next topic is shielded enclosures. It is nothing but, chamber is nothing but shielded enclosure. Next. Need of microanechoic chamber. The World War II period was rise in increasing needs to test radio frequency devices, antennas and radar signatures. This is a standard preamble to any microengineering class. World War II is the time when aircrafts are used to bomb the enemy, and aircrafts are made to fly in night time in different weather capabilities, and the so-called drivers of the mission, pilots, are to act blind. They can't see what is there in front, so they take the use the advantage of antennas, radars to find F and F, friend or foe. So Second World War is the beginning of communication, radar communication. Next. And these slides show a typical micro observer where it is in Bharat Electronics Limited, where we have installed 3 chambers in Bharat Electronics Limited, Hyderabad. I would be happy to take your college students to Bharat Electronics Limited sometime with their permission and show and explain how the antenna tests are being conducted. This is the one established by me, and the other one on the top of it is only a derived from website. Cross section area of a helicopter, bomber helicopter, is tested. And see what happens in camouflage. There is a concept kind electromagnetic countermeasures. A bomber is made to be invisible by applying electromagnetic observing paint, and there is some finally the electromagnetic energy that is radiated from a radar to find out the enemy, it will be observed and no reflections are received by the radar, and the helicopter is invisible, electromagnetically invisible. So this is one test facility, and I think how many slides are there? Okay. 11. Yeah, I have 10 more slides to go. I would like to say I don't want to take much of your time. Let us discuss about the project.
You can take, sir. You can take, sir.
Yeah, of course. I have some more. I will take some more time, definitely. I'm just telling. I'm promising all the viewers that I am going to taper it off and leave you for your imagination than my lecture. If you like the subject, you type, you will find out. Fine, I can give you the insight about these products. These are the types of micro observers we have made, and the first one on the left hand side is pyramidal observer. You can see there are 6 into 6, 24 spikes, pyramidal observers individually. If we count them, it's a small single slab, and this particular observer, in the beginning of our activity back in 1980s and 90s, we used to prepare individual pyramid and paste it on slab. Later on, we have devised a mechanism to cut a slab of 3 feet cube of foam with a machine in a zigzag fashion and bring out a pyramidal observer, 2 pyramidal observers in a single manufacturing cycle. It is something like this. We open it like this. It is a strong solid HDPE foam that is available in our U foam company. We used to get high density custom made observing material, U foam, and these are made cut like that, and we take out 2 pyramids like this. I have some more photographs, will be showing that in my next lecture, not now. And this second one on the right hand side is wedge type of observer. This wedge type observer is used for grazing angles. In the beginning itself, all the design of the observers and design of the anechoic chamber is freezed. These wedge type of observers are placed particularly in sides adjacent to the transmitter, where you find the signal coming straight in this direction. You can see the wedges, and they are placed in a zigzag fashion. See, if I say this is the fashion where they are placed, they are aligned. If I place them a bit like this, they are going to shield, take care of the rays that are passing in between 2 wedges. If it is like this, there is no use. So these wedges are placed like this and to take care of signals. And the other third diagram is slabs. These are used on the walkways. See, anechoic chamber, I will show you some other diagrams. We need a person, a scientist or that person who is testing, need to go inside and walk. They cannot walk on the pyramids. There should be a walkway. Even walkway should be an observing material. So a big slab, a table size slab is made, and over that these flat observers are used. Generally, the typical size, international size of any observer is 2 feet by 2 feet and 2 inches. These are the slabs you are seeing there. And the fourth diagram on the right hand bottom corner, I am trying to explain, if the ray is falling straight into the pyramid, it is going to encounter large portion of microwave material, almost from the tip to the bottom. Whereas if the incident ray is not falling like this, if it is, so let us say 30 degrees or 45 degrees, the ray that is falling is not facing much attenuation. Depth of ray is less. It is lesser in 30 degrees and much lesser in 45 degrees. And we know a transmitter will be transmitting in all directions. So to take care of this, there is another technique, is arranging them in a zigzag fashion. There is another mathematical formula how these are the slabs where you can see the walkways. Of course, the more number of walkways are placed there, that is generally not the case. There will be only one path to reach the transmitter, positioner and the receiver, nothing else. The operator will be sitting outside the chamber and operating through computer, and the positioner is rotated from the system outside, and other than antennas, nothing else is placed. Of course, for illumination purpose, some lights are placed, that also in the ceiling. No other obstacle is permitted to be kept there. And this is highly inflammable material. And there was one incident in Bharat Electronics Limited because of the high power testing. So what happens when electromagnetic energy is absorbed? Generally, it has to dissipate somewhere. The current fields will be earthed. There will be less than 1 ohm earthing concept is adopted in all micromechanical chamber, and the entire chamber is made like a grid, something like this. All the copper wires are laid on the floors, and I can tell you, before we keep these observers on the walls, all the inside walls of the chamber are wooden paneled, and they are not nailed to the walls. And over the wooden panel, we are keeping all aluminum sheets. Aluminum sheets all in. It is something like first aluminum chamber. First it starts with a chamber with wall. Then the first layer is wooden chamber, and then aluminum sheets. And between the aluminum sheets, we keep some aluminum strips to avoid discontinuities. Electromagnetic fields are very friendly as long as there is no discontinuity. If there is any discontinuity, they start leaking up or radiating and all that. If it is only a plain surface, it is comfortable. So between the two aluminum sheets, we join them together and keep a strip of aluminum strip to take care of it. And over that, these observing material, which I have shown you in my previous slides, of different size, 6 to 36 inches observing material, pyramidals and corners, wedges, all those things are pasted. It's a big project. It generally takes something like 3 to 6 months to execute a product, a chamber, right from manufacturing to installation. And I have been associated with API Antenna Products. It is my company for the past almost 25 years, working as a consultant to Bharat Electronics Limited, Mazgaon Dog Limited, Bombay, for their antenna purposes and radar material. And ACD Communications, a pioneer company working with ECL and BEL for their antenna products. ACD Communications in Nacharam, Charlapalli Industrial Area, and ICOM, Sirma, a company which develops antennas for this mobile communications in Chennai. Airtel have got a chamber in Pune and all installed by us. And I'm happy I work this area. And this particular slide, I think, fine. Okay, I am watching my time. Thank you. These observers need to be tested. We simply prepare one stuff and we cannot serve it. We have to test it, taste it, approve it, then only we can install. So this particular observer need to have a test setup. I have just don't go into that. Don't read those bullet points. Just see the arc, the NRL arc method. This method is just we keep the observers, you see the spikes, observers on the floor, and there is an arc like this, arch kind of thing. Two horn antennas are placed adjacent, and of course they are movable. They are movable like this, because we have to test the observer for different incident angles. For different incident angles, the transmitter is like this, the horn antenna transmitting the test signal, it is a bore sight, and then it will be moving like this. This is receiving at that level. And this is only comparison. I don't want to explain the procedure. It is a cumbersome procedure. Generally, for any chamber of, let us say 60 feet, 30 by 30, 60, 30, 30 feet chamber, we develop nearly 1200 observers. All the observers cannot be tested practically. So we take randomly under the supervision of a buyer, a client, whether it is BEL or ECIL or defense, whoever it is, they will be sending their personnel, deputing their expert, and we test these observers in ACD communications, where we have established two chambers, and this is done in this technique. Don't worry about all that. Next. Operating frequency of an anechoic chamber. I don't want to repeatedly say about the operating frequency of the chamber. Low frequency, no chamber can be designed because we need a football ground sized chamber, that is ruled out. And high frequency, generally from 1 gigahertz to 18 gigahertz or 20 gigahertz, nowadays up to 40 gigahertz we are doing. So characters, specifications, all are given there. Normal incidence of reflection, scattering, all that. This is regular stuff. Next. Next one is wedge-shaped observer. I have already shown how a wedge-shaped observer is working. It takes care of the grazing angles. So between the transmitter and receiver, the wedges are kept in a zigzag fashion. I have explained it earlier. Thank you. And next one is, this is a typical geometry of an anechoic chamber, where in the bottommost diagram, you can see spikes on all four sides, and the transmitter is transmitting the radiation of known frequency and power. One ray is going to the roof, ceiling. The other ray is falling on the floor and getting reflected back. Direct ray is going like this in this direction. So the four rays coming back and because of reflection. See, strictly speaking, the reflected ray should be 0. There should not be any reflection from the observer. So for mathematics and calculation purpose, we have shown this. No ray will get reflected from the wall. only a fraction of the power, minus 40 dB, minus 60 dB power may reflect back. So the highly sensitive devices only can feel it, but before it comes to the quiet zone, it will be taken care by the other reflecting rays from different scattering edges. It is something like a sawtooth. You will find sawtooth kind of thing. So many rays fall on each pyramid and it's scattered, it gets decayed, dyed, attenuated, and no reflection is allowed to happen. Only absorption. That's why you will find zero electromagnetic energy in the microanechoic chamber. And the first diagram on the left hand side, it is only a top view of the chamber where left hand side source antenna is transmitting some power. Antenna under test, AUT is there on the right hand side, and we have that great limiting formula. R should be greater than 2D square by lambda. That is not a threat, it is only a help to the designers. And the antenna chamber rectangular 3 something I gave it there, no need to worry about it. And next topic is size of the antenna anechoic chamber. This already we have discussed about it. We know Raleigh's range criteria, Fraunhofer distance criteria. These things are to be experienced. See, I just want to say a word. Electromagnetic energy or microwave engineering is hardware. There is no software in it. We have to experience it, carry it, install it, test it. Of course, there is hardware, testing mechanism and all is hardware only. Testing in all is. But till the date we commence. See, I am a principal investigator handling these jobs for the past 20 years. We installed a good number of, of course, we could not go abroad. We start doing from design of the antenna chamber, anechoic chamber, get it approved by the customer, fabricate servers, test them for their compliance, acceptance, install them in the chamber, and again the chamber is to be evaluated, and then commissioning. These are the different phases. Next. And design of the chamber is the next slide. Nothing much I want to trouble you through this slide. This is only what should be there, what are the limitations are discussed in this chamber design. Dimensions, of course, I've been telling about the dimensions of the anechoic chamber. 1 to 40 gigahertz, it is practicable. 1 gigahertz to 40 gigahertz. Lower frequencies, no chance. We better go out, open test range. Next. This next topic is wave energy incidents on the observer will be scattered vertically in all directions. Okay, this is some ray theory. This deals with ray theory. Impinging electromagnetic energy, if we try to explain with the help of physics, ray technique, a ray that is falling will have will experience so many changes because of reflection, refraction, scattering, leakage, induction kind of things. That's it, the regular stuff. And this is, see, I told you, when we complete the installation part of the chamber, we have to test it. How can you say that this chamber is fit to do the experiments? We have to see whether this particular chamber have got acceptable quiet zone. Quiet zone is one another very important imaginary volume inside the chamber where we have to keep the antenna under test. So this is another important thing. And so there is a technique of see, probe technique is a technique. On the left hand side there is another diagram. You can see there are some 16 points bullets kept there. There is one antenna focusing the power into that. Okay, some transmitter is sending them. We have to keep a probe on each one point there. If you imagine this plane is the front plane of the quiet zone, cubical in shape, the front face of the quiet zone cube, where we have marked some 16 points. Similarly, we have to slowly move the probes behind up to 1.5 meters and get the null reading. We have to test in the front face, we have to test in the back portion of the quiet zone. In between, we have to take number of readings. As we go away out of the quiet zone, there will be some signal, very, very minute, of course. The entire chamber, of course, is with no reflections, no echoes, no interference, no external radiation. Only direct signal is available. But this quiet zone is something like a black hole. So this is the highlight of the anechoic chamber. With this, I would like to say we are going to see the this particular next slide. And this is one conclusion. Anechoic chambers may be designed for different measurement needs. Naturally, that is the case. Measurement needs are different. Frequency, attenuation, parameters are. The performance criteria to evaluate the anechoic chamber depend on the type of measurements to be made in the facility. Performance criteria of the anechoic chamber means, see, if you are trying to test a jammer inside the chamber, it is different. A jammer is a kind of radar sending a particular radiation at frequency, known frequency, to jam the other broadcasts. So this particular chamber where these jammers are tested need to have isolation. There is something like IEEE standard procedure to find the isolation criteria of the chamber. So that is about this evaluation. Accordingly, the chamber, the third bullet, chamber geometry and wave absorber to be used should be carefully considered in the design. In addition, the design include necessary blah blah all that. Of course, the lighting, ventilation, access doors, power supply lines, filters, all these things are inevitable in a chamber. Without a door, we can't have a closed chamber. Should have some ventilation. All these are taken care. everything is designed, custom made. If we are designing an anechoic chamber, we spend nearly 6 months of time. Everything is custom made. Observers we not prepare and keep in the shelf. This is not a it is a custom made. A door of an anechoic chamber, we can't buy it in the market. We have to design with a lining. All the 4 edges should be lined, and when it shuts, there should be no discontinuity with the wall. It should have some gaskets, electromagnetic gaskets to stick. And it is not like a person can see it. Electromagnetic radiation should feel that it is arrested. So such gas are to be procured or designed, and lighting, wires and all that, so many issues are there. Wave propagation, fourth topic, wave propagation simulation to be, this is my last slide, don't worry. All my viewers, participants can breathe comfortably. This is the last slide, sweet news for all of us. Connected, computed, vector sum of, okay. The objective is evaluate quietness. Okay, quietness is what is important. That is the best portion of the anechoic chamber, quiet zone, a black hole inside the chamber. And after the construction of the chamber, acceptance test should be performed. Generally, in Bharat Electronics Limited, Hyderabad, I spend nearly 1 month every day, spending 6 to 8 hours to evaluate a chamber. The toughest job. Installation, of course, it takes 4 months. Manufacturing 3 months. And the total order value will be something like 60 to 80 lakhs. So that's end of the day. We will be happy to install a chamber unique in its fashion. And is any last slide where I can say thanks? The first slide killed. I don't want viewers to view the slides anymore. My lecture is done, and I would like to say that the anechoic chambers manufacturers in India are only 2. One is myself with AP Antenna Products as my company name, and other one is KVMM at Ghaziabad, Delhi. And we two were good friends, and we keep working in entire India for these anechoic chambers. We installed these micro observing material and small labs in engineering colleges also. The people who are working in micro engineering find it very difficult to work in that environment. We can, a computer engineer can always have access to computer and its projects and programs. Software is available everywhere. Hardware is not available. So we have established in Cochin University, IIT Kharagpur, RV Engineering College at Bangalore, and few other companies. They allow students to see, watch, and this is another wonder in the world to have visited a micro anechoic chamber. Personally, I am all 136 viewers now I am talking to be elated to enter into a micro anechoic chamber very much existing in Bharat Electronics Limited, RCI, or in a company called ACD in Nacharam. I request Samiranji to plan a visit to at least ACD where we all can go. All 136 can go and see it. There is no restriction like Bharat Electronics Limited or RCI DLRL. And there is another tapered anechoic chamber. It's 110 feet long. That is established by Emerson and Cumming, Belgium, in RCI. Of course, that costed nearly 2 crores long time back, some 15 years back. And my projects, I always try to I mean, I would like to finally say a word. This product is indigenous, and when we participate in quotations, tenders, my quotation will be half of, nearly one third of the foreign companies which quote for this. Recently, I have quoted for 2 such facilities with 1.5 crores as my quotation, where the other companies in abroad have quoted 6 crores. So I'm waiting for the sweet news from the vendors. If I am allotted, I'll be happy to work in that environment. And I have established a working facility in Shamshabad industrial area, and sometimes we get opportunities to create something new. That is, foam based observers are what we are so far seen. I told you my beginning of my career in this observing material was coir, and recently we have prepared neoprene based micro observers to be installed on a Russian warship, all weather, all temperature capable observer. This observer is placed on board the ship, exposed to all different weather conditions. So this is how the thing is. I don't want to take much of your time. It's already 11:43. I have exceeded my own time. I do not want to take more than 50 minutes from you. I am very happy to have completed my task, and I am not sure whether you are comfortable with my lecture. Please bear with me, and I thank you for everything. Thank you. Right, sir, Samiranji.
Over to Samiran, sir. Sir, Samiran sir, your speak. Samiran sir.
वर्कुडे आप बता दीजिए, you please.
Actually, thank you for that, Ravi Kumar sir. If lockdown or stopped means we are going to visit your company. Obviously, we are going to visit that company. We want to see that how was that the antenna measurement facilities, how that the chamber is there, anechoic chamber. And thank you for accepting our invitation and for good lecture. And thank you all that the participants. Thank you to management. And thank you to our respective HOD Urkude sir, and thank you all that the our department faculty and all this for making a grand success. But one announcement for that the participants. Already I sent it some image in that the group, that if you are given that if you are joined with the names only, then only you are get that the certificate. Someone is joined, whatever that the meeting link, someone is joined that only name is with the meeting link. How you are find out that you are joined or not? So I send it one image. There will be everything is there. How many names are not identified? Only that name you can send that, and also in the chat also I send it that one image. Chat also I send it one of that image. So that will be, you can understand. Otherwise, if you not receive any certificate, it's not fault of that any coordinator. Thank you all.